Okay, so let's start sitting on our mat with our feet hip distance apart, and just point the toes away and pull the toes towards. Point them away, pull them towards, and roll down towards your feet. Let them just be. And let's put both hands on the right leg and pull towards that leg and feel the tension or the stretch in the back of that leg and the stretch through the upper back. And then walk the hands over to the other leg and feel the stretch in the back of that leg and in the ribs in the upper back. And then sit yourself up tall. Pop your hands on the floor just behind and just rest back on those arms. Pull those shoulders together. And push that chest forward. Lift your chin up to the sky. And then pull that chin down into your chest. Lifting that chin up. And pulling that chin down. And then rolling your hands forwards again. Bend your knees and pull onto your front bottom. Stretching that lower back. And then push the knees down and sit yourself up tall. Slide that roller around under your back. And rest it under the bottom ribs. Bend your knees and just pull the roller towards you. And just start to roll gently up and down your back. So you can support your head if you want. And then let it hang. And use your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, lengthening your body over the roller. And rolling onto the left-hand side a little bit. And then rolling onto the right-hand side a little bit. And then lengthen. And then put your bum on the floor and sit yourself up. Sitting up nice and tall, rolling those shoulders back. Put the hands on the floor behind and squeeze those shoulders together. Pushing that chest forward. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Take the hands off the floor and take them out wide, up over your head, palms together, and push them all the way up into the sky. Push them up, sitting forward onto your front bottom, and taking your hands out wide. Put your left hand on your right knee, your right hand behind you, and turn your body round to the right. Push that right arm straight and lift that body up tall. Big breath in and breathe out and turn further. And then go back round to face the front. Put the right hand on the left knee, left hand behind. Pushing up off that left hand, turning round to the left. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And then facing the front. Put that right foot up onto the left leg and rest it here. Hold on to the knee and the foot and pull yourself up so you're on your seat bones. Pushing with that right hand on the right knee, push that right knee down towards the floor. And just support the foot so it stays in line with the shin bone. Holding that down in that stretch, push the knee up into the hand without letting the right hand move. So you're just resisting, resisting, resisting. Breathing in, release the tension and push with that hand to take the knee further to the floor. Holding it down, push the knee up into the hand. Shoulders back and down, lengthen the body, head up to the ceiling away from the tailbone. Release the push and push down with the hand again. Slide that right foot onto the floor next to the left leg and pull the right knee up towards the shoulder and turn the body round to the right. Turning the body to the right, pulling that knee up and stretching. Pull those shoulders back and then release and let that right leg go out straight. Pull the left foot up, rest that on the right leg. Put pressure with your left hand onto that left knee, so you're pushing it down. And just hold it in that stretch. Now push the knee up into the hand. Pushing, pushing. Pull those shoulders back, lengthen the head away from the tailbone. Keep the tension on with that left knee. And then release the tension and push down with that left hand. Push up with the left knee into the hand. There's a static contraction of your bum muscles on your left side. So it just wants to be a 20% contraction. It's not going ballistic. And then release the leg and push it down further with the hand. Now let that left foot slide onto the floor on the right. Hold onto the left knee. Turn the body left and pull that left knee up towards the right shoulder. Lifting the head up away from the tailbone. And breathing in and out. And release. So that leg stretch is a bit like the pigeon, but it's sitting. Rolling forwards. Roll forwards towards those feet. And drop that head down towards the floor and feel the stretch through the back. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Pull the head down as much as you can. And then release the head up and come back up to sitting. Take the arms out wide, all the way up over your head. Pushing those fingers to the ceiling, pushing the upper arms next to the ears. Breathing in and breathing out, pushing and push those knees down into the floor. Drawing in with that core. Squeezing and pushing, taking the chest up high. Take those arms out wide and put them on the thighs. And then rolling yourself back down onto your, let's go onto the roller again. So back down onto the roller, leaning back over the roller. And just rolling up and down. Just see if we've got rid of all those cricks and groans. So rolling the length of the back, opening, heads down, bums down. Good, a little bit onto the left and a little bit onto the right. Put the bum on the floor and stop with the roller in the middle of the back and take the arms all the way over the head, so stop the moving. Push those fingers away from the navel. Push the breastbone up into the sky. Pushing, 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 squeezing, squeeze those shoulders. So it's a bit like a fish pose, but it's a bit more encouraged by the roller. Straighten your left leg out, straighten your right leg out. Draw in your tummy to protect the lower back, but push the breastbone up into the sky. Let those arms out wide down the side of your body and then push yourself up to sitting. Lift yourself up to sitting, rolling the shoulders back, and this time we'll move the roller out of the way. Move the roller right out of the way. Okay. So get yourself so your feet are on the mat. Pop the fingers and hands about half a foot behind you. Opening up those armpits, push that chest forward. Spread those fingers on the floor. Straightening the arms, feel the stretch in the forearm. Try to straighten those elbows. Feel that wrist stretch and those forearms stretch. Pushing that chest forward, take the chin up high. And then bring the chin down into your chest and stretch those neck muscles. Turn the head to the right. Putting the chin down to the chest. And then turn the head to the left. And pull the chin down to the chest that way. Keep those elbows straight, pushing off the hands. Straighten the thighs, lifting the chest up. And then pushing yourself up to vertical. Take the arms up to horizontal in front of you, reaching up over your feet, and then rolling the spine down onto the floor, one vertebra at a time. All the way down to the ground. All the way down to flat. Bend your knees up, so your feet are flat on the floor. Breathing in on the out-breath, keeping the body up off the ground. Lifting up into that bridge and just shuffle your body around so your shoulders are really pulled underneath your back. Lengthen your head and neck. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Push those fingers down towards your toes. Make sure your knees are hip distance apart, squeezing with the bum and lifting. Breathing in on the out breath, rolling your vertebra one at a time all the way back down to the floor. Keep those shoulders down, breathing in at the bottom. Breathe out, push off the heels and arching the body all the way back up again. Holding yourself up here, squeeze with your bum. Take your hands up and just rest them on your hip bones. Just rest them on those hip bones. Check that you're level. Breathing in, breathing out, lowering down to the ground. You can take your hands back down. Keep those shoulders down and flat. Arch the back at the bottom, breathing in. Breathing out, peeling all the way back up off the floor. Lifting, pushing those fingers down to the toes. Breathing in. And out and rolling all the way back down to flat again. And again, breathe in at the bottom. Breathe out and lift. Squeezing with that bum, put those hands back on the hip, check your level. Pull those knees in, don't let them stray apart, and then roll that back down to the floor. Take your right leg out, take your left leg out, hands down the thighs, chin into the chest, roll yourself up and reach towards those toes. Sit yourself up to vertical, arms out wide, up above your head. Push those fingers up high. And then take them out wide, back down to the floor. Put your hands both on the right hand side of your body. Lift yourself up. And then take your hands around and push them on the left hand side of the body. And take yourself up there. And then continue round and come onto all fours. So arching the back down, sinking the back up. Or sinking the back down, chin comes up, spread the buttocks, and then arching up, eyes to your knees. Sinking the back down, eyes come up, and then arching up again, eyes to your knees. Again, neutral spine. Glide over your heels, gliding backwards. Feel the compression in that hip joint and come back up. And gliding backwards. And come back up. And gliding backwards. And come back up to neutral. Take your right hand, palm up and thread it through. Right cheek on the floor. Keeping those even pressure under the knees. Pushing off the left hand, pushing the right hand through. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And coming back up onto all fours. Palm up on the left hand and push that through. Cheek on the floor, pushing off that right hand. Breathing in and out and lift. Breathing in and out. And lifting back up onto all fours, arching up and sinking down. And walk the hands towards the front of the mat a bit. And turn your toes over. And we're going to push up into down dog. So turning the toes over, knees off the floor, come up into down dog. So soften the knees to start with. Soften the knees to start with. And take the hip bone down towards those thighs. Loosen that head and neck, just let it move. Spread those fingers, push off the ball of your hand. And then straighten the right leg. And release. And straighten the left leg. And release. And straighten the right leg. And release. And straighten the left leg. Then come up onto all of your toes, both feet, and then sink both heels down and back. Straighten those legs, tailbone up, drawing in the core. Step that left leg through between your hands. Step that left leg through, stretch the right heel away from the left foot. Stretching that right heel away. Lifting your chin up, eyes up. Breathing in and out. Drop that right knee back down to the floor. Turn the toes over. And just stay here and stretch a bit further, stretching into that hip. Pushing the knees away from each other. Now come up onto your front foot and your back knee. Hands off the floor. Tuck your bottom under you. And glide yourself forward a bit. Feel the stretch in the front of this hip. Tense the bum and tense the thigh and visualize you're pulling your feet towards each other. So contracting the muscles without moving the limbs. Release that contraction. Stretch lower and take the right arm over the head. And push that arm up into the sky. Pushing up and leaning it over towards the left-hand side of your body. Good, bringing that arm back. Take one hand either side of the front foot, glide your body back, point that toe, flex that foot. Point that toe, flex that foot. Point that toe, glide your body forwards over that ankle. Put the weight on your hands, turn your back foot over and lift that back knee off the floor. Stretching the groin, pushing the heels away from each other. And then take the weight on your hands. You're going to take this left foot back next to the right foot. Come back into down dog. Push the right heel down. And then the left heel down. Right heel. Left heel. Push both heels down. Take your tummy button towards your thighs. Bring your chest down towards your toes. Chest down towards your toes. Loosen that head and neck. Pushing away from our hands. And then take that right foot forwards between your hands. Stretching the right heel away from the left heel. Stretching in that groin, really pushing through that groin. Keep those knees straight, the back knee straight, and really push that groin to the floor. Drop that back knee down, turn the back toes over. And just stay here for a minute. Eyes up, breathing in and out. And breathing in and out. Come back up onto that back knee. tucking the bottom under, clenching the bum, tightening the thighs, the front thigh, sorry, the back thigh, and pull that back knee, contract those muscles. Imagine you're pulling that back knee along the floor forwards. Pulling, pulling, pulling. Release the pull, glide forwards and stretch, and take the left hand up into the sky. And push that left hand up as high as you can. Push up and push over. And stretch. And stretch. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and stretch further. Stretch all through that side. And release that hand. Take your hands down either side of the front foot. Glide the body backwards. Point that toe. And then flex that foot. And point that toe. And flex that foot. And point. And flex. And point. And pull the tummy button down towards your thigh further so you feel it in the back of that leg. Soften that knee, bend forward, take the body weight over that front foot, turning the back toe over, lifting the weight off the back knee. Lengthening, tighten the thigh so the back leg is straight. Lowering the groin, stretching in the groin. Take the weight in the hands, and we're going to step this foot backwards. Both feet are back into down dog again. Into down dog. So soften the knees, take the tummy button towards the thighs, armpits towards the feet, loosen that head and neck. Straighten that right leg, straighten that left leg. Straighten that right leg, straighten that left leg. Straighten both legs. Go up onto both toes, down with both heels. Good, come into press up position, into plank. Lengthen your body, push your heels away from the top of your head, draw in your core. Roll those shoulders back and down. Drop the knees to the floor and lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Take your right foot in your right hand. And your left foot in your left hand. Keep your knees together. Breathing in, keep your forehead on the ground. Breathing out, push your feet away from you and let those knees lift up off the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out, push those feet away and let those knees lift up a bit higher. Breathing in. Breathe out and push and lift those legs up higher. And then release. Breathing in. Breathing out, push those feet away and lift the upper body up. Keep the knees on the ground. Breathing in. On the out breath, push the feet away and lift that upper body up a bit higher. Breathing in. Breathing out and push away a little further. And then release. Let go of your legs. Let your legs go out straight. Let your hands go up straight over your head, reaching your toes away from your fingers. And then lift your right hand off the ground and lower. Draw in that core. Clench that bum, lengthen those legs, lift that left hand up off the floor. And lower. Lift that right hand up and lower. And lift that left hand up and lower. Lift both hands up in front of you and bring them out wide like breaststroke arms down to your side. Keep those shoulders back and down, drawing that core. Clench that bum. Breathing in on the out breath, take your hands an inch off the floor all the way around and back up above your head. Breathing in on the out breath, bringing them all the way back down like angel wings but on your tummy. Hands down to your side. Lengthen your head away from your toes and then bring those arms all the way back round again. Good. And bring them all the way back down by the side. Relaxing on the floor, roll the shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky. Lifting the upper body up with the arms coming up too. Breathe in, breathe out, round them down and lower. Breathing in. Breathe out, roll the shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky. Bring the arms up, take the upper body up, eyes still to the floor. Draw in that tummy button, clench the bum, lengthen the legs, and round the shoulders back down to the ground. Breathing in. Breathe out, roll the shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky. Upper body comes up and pulse the body. 3, 2, 1, around and down. Bring the shoulders up to the ears, up to the sky. Arms come up, keep the head on the floor, drawing in the tummy, lengthen those legs. And bring those hands all the way back down to the ground. Bend your right knee, take your right foot in your right hand. Bend your left knee, take your left foot in your left hand. Breathing in, on the out breath, push the feet to the sky, lift the upper body and the knees up off the ground. Hold yourself here. Breathing in, breathe out, push those feet higher and lift higher. Drawing in the tummy. Let those shoulders stretch back, let those thighs stretch. Breathing in, breathing out and lower. Put those hands next to your chest. Next to your chest. Elbows in the air. Breathing in. We're just going to come up in a small cobra to start with. Breathing out, clench the bum, lengthen the legs, draw in the tummy and lift the upper body up as high as you feel comfortable. Holding yourself here and lower back down again. Clench the bum, clench the thighs, lengthen the legs so the feet and knees are just off the floor. Drawing in the tummy. Breathing out and lifting a little bit higher. Push that chest forward over the hands. Breathe out and lower. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathe out, pull those shoulders back and down, clench the bum, lengthen the legs and lift. High as you can come. Hold yourself here and then push your bum in the air and come back into child pose. All the way back into child pose. Pushing those fingers away from the tailbone. Walking the hands to the right hand side of the mat. And then walking the hands to the left hand side of the mat. And then hands back to the center. And then coming back up onto all fours. Arching the back up, not eyes to the knees. Sinking the back down, eyes coming up. Arching the back down, eyes to the knees. Sinking the back down, eyes come up. Turn the toes over. Slide the hands towards the front of the mat a little bit. Clenching with the bum, pull the knees apart and lift your bum back up into down dog. So balls of your feet about an inch apart. Pushing off those hands, taking the armpits down towards the toes, soft knees. Then pushing the right knee straight and then the left knee straight. Right knee straight, left knee straight. Push both knees straight. Take your right leg up straight behind you. Bend that knee and push the foot to the ceiling 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Swing that leg through and bring it into pigeon. Slide the back leg backwards and stretch that back leg away. Stretching that back leg away. Rest yourself down onto your elbows. Lengthen that back leg away. Try to hold that front leg so the shin bone's at 90 degrees to the mat, so it's across it. Lengthen that back leg away. Breathing in, breathe out and lower yourself down to the floor a bit more if you can. Big breath in and breathe out. Breathing in. And come up onto your hands. Support yourself, hands on that front leg. Roll those shoulders back and down. Lengthen that back leg. Pushing both knees into the floor if you can. Take your hands off the ground. Hold them together behind your back and pull your shoulder blades together. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Release those hands, put them back on that front leg and lower your hands down to the ground. Lowering down to the ground, take your chest all the way down. Stretch your arms straight in front if you can. One big breath. And again, breathe in. And breathe out. Bring those hands back, leg next to the front leg. Lift your body up. Lengthen yourself towards the floor. Supporting ourselves here, but we're just staying in this position. Sink the crutch down, pull those shoulder blades back. Then turn the toes over of the back foot. Lift that back knee off the floor. And push the bum in the air and come back into down dog. Feet about an inch apart. Right heel down, left heel down. Right heel down, left heel down. Up onto both toes, down with both heels. Take that left leg up behind you. Bend that knee. Pass that foot 3 times to the sky. 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot through next to the right hand. And lowering the back leg backwards. Take yourself down towards the floor. Stretching that back leg back. Holding onto this front foot. Breathing in. Breathe out and lower yourself down to the floor. Lower yourself down. Lowering yourself down, stretching. Breathing in and out. Push that back leg backwards. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And stretching. Lift yourself up to the front leg. Lengthen the back leg back. Roll the shoulders back and down. And when you're ready, take those hands off the floor and hold on to them behind your back and stretch. Pushing those hands away, drawing in the tummy, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Let go of your hands. Put them on the floor either side of your front leg and lower yourself back down to the ground. Take your chest all the way down and take your hands over your head and reach them away from your toes, pushing them and breathing in and out. And breathing in and out. Slide those hands back towards that front leg, lifting the body up. Just hold yourself in this position for a second. Let that crutch lower to the floor, pull those shoulder blades back. Draw in the tummy, turn the back toes over, Lift that back knee up off the floor. Lengthen the heel away from the crutch. Lifting your bum up into the sky. Come up into down dog. Put your feet about 1.5 inches apart. Soften the knees and take the pelvis down towards the thighs. Heads loose between the arms. Lengthen those arms. Push that right leg straight and then the left leg straight. Right leg straighter, left leg straighter. Keep both legs together there. And just breathing in and out. Push the tailbone up to the sky. Pull those shoulder blades together. Breathing in and out. And come forwards into the plank. Lengthen your head away from your toes. Draw in that tummy. Pull those shoulders back and down. Drop those knees to the floor and go back into child pose. Back into child pose, pulling those fingers forwards on the floor. Take the hands to the left. And then take the hands to the right. And then come back up onto all fours. Arching the back up, eyes to the knees. Sinking the back down, eyes coming up. Arching the back up, eyes to the knees. And sinking the back down, eyes come up, spreading those buttocks. And walk your knees forwards between your hands. And you're just going to sit down. Put your legs out straight. Rolling those shoulders back. Lengthen the heels away from the tailbone. Bring those hands up so that they're above your knees, arms horizontal, and roll yourself back to flat. Roll yourself all the way back down onto the floor. Take your hands all the way over your head. Reaching your fingers from your toes, push the right hand away from the right foot. And push the left hand away from the left foot. Bring those arms back down by your side. And bend those knees up. Take hold of your knees in your hands and then hug them into your chest. Bring your nose up between them. And release. And again, nose to the knees. And release. Take your arms out like a scarecrow. Drop your legs over to the right. Turn the head left. Breathing in. And out. Take your palms to the floor. Slide your fingers away from each other. Lengthen the top of your head away from your tailbone and turn that head so that the ears to the ground. Push those fingers away from each other and push those knees into the floor. Make sure the left knee's down and keep the right knee attached. Lengthen those arms. And then bring those knees up to vertical and drop them over to the other side. Keep that body straight, push the top of your head away from your tailbone. Push those fingers away from each other, keep those shoulders flat on the floor. Try to get that right ear on the ground. And try to get that left knee on the ground and the right knee down on top. So your knees are touching. Good, lengthening those fingers away from each other. Turning that ear to the floor a bit further. With the neck long. And then bring those feet back up, the knees back up so they're vertical. Hug the knees into the chest. Take the right leg out straight. Bring that left knee over the body. Push those fingers away from you. Push those left fingers away from you. Push those right toes away from you. Pulling that right knee, that left knee down to the floor. Stretching the back, stretching from the hip to the shoulder. Breathing in And breathing out. And breathing in. And as you breathe out, bring that knee over further. Turning the hip. And release that leg. Pull that knee into your chest. Pulling that knee in. And releasing that leg, take the other knee up. And put the right arm out on the floor. Bring that right knee over your body. Pushing that shoulder down, breathing in. And breathing out. Push those left toes away from the top of your head. Breathing in. And breathing out. Push those right fingers away. Keep the right shoulder on the floor. Putting that right hip over. And rolling back onto your back. Bring that right knee into your body. And take that right leg away. Take your hands over your head. Reaching those fingers away from your toes. Really stretching. Really stretching those fingers. Push the right hand away from the right foot. Walk that right hand to the left hand side of the mat and walk your legs to the left hand side as well. Cross your left leg over your right and bend the body. And release. And take the legs over to the right hand side of the mat. Take hold of the left wrist and pull that over to the right hand side too and stretch down that side. Keep your shoulders on the ground, keep your thighs and calves on the ground so you are staying straight, staying flat, but bent. Okay, come back to straight. Take the fingers away from the toes, bring the arms up into the air. Fingers pointing towards the toes, chin into the chest and rolling yourself all the way up. Reaching towards those feet, soften the knees, take the hand around the bottoms of your feet and push the right leg down and release and push the left leg down and release and push both legs down and release. And push both legs down, bring your chin down towards your chest. And release. And just let that stretch melt away. And sit yourself up tall, slide your hands back towards your torso, rolling your shoulders. Take the arms up into the sky and then leave them up there. Push those fingers up high, push those knees down into the floor, flex the toes up towards your nose. Push those toes away, push that tummy button towards the thighs. Reaching, take the arms out wide, put the hands on the floor behind you, push that chest forward and lift that chest. Keep the bum on the floor, just lifting that chest. Pushing those elbows straight so you feel the stretch in the wrists and in the forearms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And release. Push yourself up onto your seat bones. And roll your shoulders. Well done. Very good. Welcome to Saturday.